thanks to the sequester, the FBI is experiencing some spending cuts, and they're not too happy about it. In fact, one of the things that they're complaining about the most is the fact that because of these spending cuts, they are unable to continue their investigations into Wall Street fraud. There were investigations into Wall Street fraud. I mean, in the last 4 years, you want to know how many Wall Street executives have been convicted of fraud?
Has to be hundreds.
0.
Or that.
Yeah. So it's really, really difficult to feel any type of sympathy for the FBI, especially since they've done very little when it comes to Wall Street fraud. But it's incredible that this is the kind of story that's getting some attention when, there are a number of, social services and government programs that help the poor. Those programs got cut, and I don't hear anybody crying about that.
Well, I think that's part of the issue. That's the cuts are not a flaw; they're a feature. That's I think what the GOP was hoping to get. They want to cut government, and they're going to find a way that they don't have to cut the things that they like, but to keep those things that they've been fighting to cut. And then they can just say, "Well, look, see, the Democrats did it. They cut $85 million from assistance to the poor for food and for housing. I mean, women, infants, and children. The food assistance program. It's going to cut baby formula for like 800,000 families. It's ridiculous.
Life.
They're so pro-family and so pro-life, aren't they?
It's been, if you've been a federal employee over the last few years, I mean, there's been some harsh times. Like they've got the cuts now, but also like their salary has been like frozen. They haven't been able to, like I think they got 0.5% in the last 2 years or something like that. But I like the idea that they found a silver lining that's like Christmas in February. Like, oh, our budget was cut, so we can't investigate Wall Street. And we were gonna pull out of Iraq, but boats are expensive. We can't ship. We were gonna dismantle nukes, but that costs money.
Is the sequester just gonna be their scapegoat for why they've done absolutely nothing when it comes to Wall Street fraud? I think so.
And plus, it was years ago. You're still like covering your tracks. Nobody's gonna do anything, buddy. You got away with it. Like, get over it. Move on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Matt Taibbi is writing article upon article about how Wall Street has gotten away with murder, and generally speaking, I feel like the American public knows that Wall Street has done them wrong, but no one's really pushing for some real change or real financial reform. I know we got financial reform, but it was obviously weak sauce, and the banks are still able to do what they're doing now. But just to let you know what the FBI said in their letter, they said that the sequester will cause current financial crimes investigations to slow as workload is spread among a reduced workforce. In some instances, such delays could affect the timely interviews of witnesses and collection of evidence. Leads. We got them working around the clock.
Oh yeah, they've been working so hard for the last 4 years.
Oh, no.